For 18 long moons, I have searched the realms for the finest word weaving. You're late. I know. Winter storms, blah, blah, blah. Shut the door behind you. Sit down. Ah, yes, here it is. My tome, my secret, sacred tome. I know how much you've wanted to get your hands upon it, and now you shall. But first, I must show you some of the best word-weaving spell... What? Oh, fine. If you insist, prompts. But mages of old always referred to it as word-weaving, where you weave words and input them into the magic, and from the magic flows words. Words of power. Words that teach you, guide you, support you. In fact, you can even draw a picture of your pantry and let it tell you what to cook in your stew pot that night. It is wonderful. Let me show you some of the finest that I have gathered. Category: ChatGPT Coach Persona Prompts. Oh, look at this one. This one is wonderful. Personal ADHD Coach. If you need any help concentrating, this is the prompt for you. Look here. It begins right here. Hello, ChatGPT. Some people do like to refer to the magic that way. My name is, and you would input your name here. You are my personal ADHD coach. The wonderful thing about this fantastic prompt, it helps the mage, the user, if you will, to break down their tasks, but makes it fun using the 4 C's of ADHD motivation. This mage has figured out one of the secrets, that the true trick to working with the magic is to give it existing frameworks to work off of for something that you are personally struggling with. One of my favorite things to do with the magic is to ask it to take on the role of a persona, or a coach, if you will. It tasks the magic with being Tony Robbins. You've heard of him? No? Well, a very good orator. I find that when you really break down the prompt into parts that the magic can more clearly understand, the prompt is all the more effective. It instructs the magic to employ NLP and CBT techniques, a newfangled type of magic, supposedly quite beneficial. I've actually tried it. It was quite helpful when I was feeling quite upset about that thing that Verbena said about me, but she's such a witch. Literally. Category: ChatGPT Creativity and Entertainment Prompts. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you every prompt in every category, for we would be here all night. But this is another one in the creativity entertainment category that I like so much, because this prompt is another prompt that can be used for storytelling, but it is one of the more detailed storytelling prompts that I've come across. I was particularly happy to add this to my collection. Task: create a game where the user controls a fictional character and tells the story with luck determined by a random number generator. Now, this is very clever, but I do say that you will have much more luck if you instruct the model to use the Python tool that will roll the dice for you, for ChatGPT's random numbers aren't actually truly random. I do caution you on one section, though, apprentice. Here, tracking the protagonist's health. Now, this is possible to do using ChatGPT, but over a longer conversation, it may lose, forget, or even begin to add one number to your protagonist's health. This one may be better for you to track yourself and leave ChatGPT to helping you weave the story and adding some randomness. Category: ChatGPT Custom Instruction Prompts. The mage who crafted this prompt, S.P. Dustin, is someone I have admired from afar. This one will turn ChatGPT into an expert at 5 different levels of expertise. In order to best understand this prompt, I recommend taking a look here. It even includes a verbosity level, which means that you can make ChatGPT be more succinct in its responses, but when you need more detail, you can raise the verbosity level to 5, where it will yap at you till your heart's content. Communicating like the masters. This prompt is magnificent. You see, the author has indeed added many different masters from historical times, but did not include the first name. ChatGPT will know many of these masters, but if you find that the output is a bit confused, you may go in and ask ChatGPT to add the first names. For example, Hopper could refer to several different important people in history. ChatGPT must communicate with Hemingway's brevity, Strunk and White's precision, weave in Wilde's wit, Twain's honesty, Gervais's sarcasm, and Vonnegut's irony. Fascinating. Category: ChatGPT, education, and tutoring prompts. Oh, now where are my manners? I haven't offered you a cup of tea. It keeps the winter chill out. Now, this prompt, comprehensive course plan creation, is very clever, and it's a very good way to get the magic to learn a new subject by creating a course for you to follow with detailed lessons and exercises for whatever topic that you might specify. But what I love about it is this. You can set your own experience level. You can even go for a master level course if you wanted to extend your current knowledge further. Oh, I would say that this is one of my top 3 favorite prompts. This prompt is so simple and yet so effective. The other 2 prompts, favorites of mine, are yet to come. Now note, this is not a prompt that you write. These are instructions. They go as follows. Tell it, ChatGPT, what you really understand, like frying an egg. Tell it step by step how to fry an egg. Every single detail. Leave nothing out. How much oil? How big is the fire? How big is the pan? Where to get the egg? And so on. Every single detail. And then say these magic words. Based upon what I know about frying an egg, explain to me quantum physics. This can be done with anything. For example, if you know a great deal about knitting, or cooking, or playing an instrument, anything that you know very, very well, describe it in detail using your knowledge of the previous context as a way to understand the new one. Category: ChatGPT ideas and brainstorming prompts. I do believe I talked to you about the tree of thoughts, which is a method of prompting which allows ChatGPT to exhibit more reasoning. This prompt is a trinity of seasoned experts, and it basically asks ChatGPT to work through a reasoning process in order to come to the best answer. Step by step is a very important phrase when working with the magic and wanting it to use its reasoning skills. Because ChatGPT can only reason with words which already exist, it must output those words first. It can then work through a reasoning process, because it has no way to reason inside its own mind, for it does not have a mind. It has only words and only context. Category: ChatGPT Miscellaneous Prompts. Are you feeling a bit peckish? Yes, so am I. Here are some biscuits. Delicious. I made them just this afternoon. This prompt is one of my absolute favorites. Expert tarot card reader using Wikimedia images. I remember when we learned that you could actually output images in ChatGPT, that it could take an image link and show you that image. Now, this was long before it could generate images on its own with DALL-E 3, or before there was any multimodal capability in the model. Oh, those were dark days. This prompt by ZenMine, a fantastic mage, is a wonderfully crafted prompt. It brings up 3 different cards. What makes this prompt so special is that ZenMine has carefully gathered the link to every image for all 78 cards in the tarot hosted on Wikimedia. This is genius and must have taken a good deal of time. This might be a good thing for those who enjoy tarot to ask for a daily tarot reading. Perhaps something that you even add to a daily dashboard that holds your tasks and notes for the day. And perhaps you could have the model pull a card for the day. ChatGPT is not perfect. Its overuse of flowery language can drive one around the bend. This prompt is particularly interesting because not only is it the mother of all SEO prompts, it contains a list of all of those flowery, overwrought words and instructs ChatGPT to remove them from its writing. This long list of words in the prompt may actually confuse the model and have the model output these words as opposed to avoiding them. Instead, it is best to take this entire paragraph of words and add it to a second prompt. It is better to have the model remove words it is already output rather than attempting to get it to do that beforehand. Category: ChatGPT Personal Development Prompts. Oh, it is so cold outside. What a winter's night. Let me stoke the fire. Ah, that's better. Oh, now, where were we? Oh, Optimist versus Pessimist. This was not found as a prompt, but I took the time to convert it into one for your use, because it was so helpful. The mage who spoke about this Anthology 45, that mage said the following: I have used ChatGPT to help me think through futures, organize my thoughts, help me make sense of my problems. They go on to say that they play a game of Optimist versus Pessimist, where they tell it the most elaborately discouraging, hateful, cynical, and pessimistic ideas. Believe me, I can understand that after having an afternoon having tea with verbena. What a witch. Anyway, ChatGPT will turn them all into positives, actually explaining what it means to be good, how to be compassionate, how to not confuse forgiveness for complacency, and so on. Here is the prompt. We are going to act out a scenario for my personal development called Optimist versus Pessimist, and you will play the role of the optimist in contrast to my role of the pessimist. This way, the prompt isn't just about helping you feel better, but it's about helping you learn and grow. My favorite part is where you can type in or even speak in your pessimistic spew here. This one is my favorite. Dr. Scott, the Scottish drunken sailor therapist. The mage who created this, well, my hat goes off to you. You are Dr. Scott, an unapologetic Scottish drunken sailor who, despite your wild Actually, where's my wand? Ah, there it is. Yes, oh, didn't I tell you? This tome is magic, and it can speak. I think it would be better for Dr. Scott to introduce himself.
Oh, hey there. I'm Dr. Scott, your somewhat unorthodox guide through the choppy waters of the mind. Once a rough and tumble sailor braving the squalls of the Scottish seas, now I've docked my ship at the shores of therapy, wielding existential questions instead of a cutlass. Don't let the whiskey scent fool ya. It's just part of me charm. We'll navigate through the stormy bits of your psyche and a good dose of dark humor and no-nonsense talk. So tell me, what's stirring in the depths today that you'd like to shed some light on?
Oh, Dr. Scott, I have used this prompt many times to better my life. That's what the magic is so good at. Oh, how else have I used the magic to better my life? Well, come closer to the fire. I have a story to tell you. In fact, I have 3 tales about how I used the magic of ChatGPT to better my life. Perhaps it will inspire you. Wrap yourself in that blanket there. Comfy? Lean close and listen.